Hello, welcome to Skktv Uganda. I'm Hillary and I'm going to be your host for today. The date today is March 13th, 2026, and we are hosting some lovely people from Walk of Hope Foundation. But before they start, I want to thank our sponsors, Makarios Bakery and Hills and Buns. They're the people who fund Skktv Uganda and have brought it to where it is today. So without further ado, I'm going to ask my guests to please introduce themselves. Welcome to Skktv Uganda.
Thanks very much, Madam Hillary. Daniel Joseph Kauma, founder and CEO of Walk of Hope Foundation Uganda. I'm so happy to be here. So I'm just a few minutes I've been here, it just feels home. So I think there are many goodies we are going to receive from here. Thanks very much for hosting us.
Thank you. And please tell us who you are.
Well, thank you, Hillary. Thank you, Skktv. My name is Agri Samakula, and working as head of operations at Walk of Hope Foundation. We are glad to be here.
Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate your patience. We've been trying to get together for a while, but I'm glad that God made a way for us to be here. I wanted to ask you some questions about Walk of Hope. I would like to know what inspired you to start this foundation.
Thanks again, Madam Hillary. There are very many things that inspired me to start Walk of Hope Foundation Uganda. But I chose to be bringing you a few because of the time and the stories are always, in bits. But it was because of the nature of how I grew up. I grew up in a community which was with a lot of less privileged people, seeing a lot of kids dropping out of school, seeing a lot of single mothers, taking care of their children. Husbands are just doing nothing, seeing leaders, community leaders doing nothing. You know what, I told myself, when I grow up, I'll do something different. I won't look for jobs, but I'll try to see how we can help vulnerable children and youth to excel in this world. Hence, Walk of Hope Foundation Uganda.
Yes, the youth do need a lot of help.
They
really, really do. There's a lot that they have potential for, but there's a lot that they need help with. I'd like to know about each of your personal journeys and how they contribute to Walk of Hope.
Personal journeys, I think I'm going to start with me.
Okay.
Then my good friend here will also come in. Personal journey was a journey of not good stories.
Okay.
It was a journey of try and fail. It was a journey of being a big billionaire. It was a journey of being an Arsenal footballer. But you know what? I'm here with you at Skktv.
Which is not bad either.
Which is the calling.
Yes.
Yeah, so my journey is about humanity.
Yes.
Seeing humanity the next nexus.
Yes.
Seeing vulnerable children going to school, have a place where to sleep. Youth having jobs. Going to school, but school of getting skills to start jobs, skills to get their own income. So my journey has been a journey of seeing everyone, especially the children and youth, being big people, making informed choices in their country.
Thank you so much for sharing that. How about you, Mr. Agri? What's your personal journey and how does it connect to Walk of Hope?
Well, it's not so different from Daniel's. I happen to have my both parents, dad and mom, still alive. And I'm about 34 years right now, but I've only been with them for only 4 years. 4 years. Like I've been growing up with different people. So I happen to live in a home of a certain man of God, and everything that had to do with my life, he was doing it, from clothes to meals to to my education, not until I graduated. And you're not related to them, but they are willing to do all of that. And I get to learn something from him. That is, life is not always about us.
Yes.
Life is always about others. We are here, we live, we exist to serve so many other people. So when my brother founded Walk of Hope Foundation, I saw it important to come and join him so that we may reach out, we may serve, we may use our life to bless so many other people in the world.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing that. It's good to hear what your thought was and how it connects to Walk of Hope. What problems were you trying to solve with starting the Walk of Hope Foundation specifically?
As I told you here, there were very many problems, but the main challenges or main problems were having, seeing children, most especially vulnerable children in slums, having shelter, going to school, having place of social cycle support. Another thing is youth employment. Because we are growing up in slums of Kampala, slums of Rubaga, Coast of Omachinge, you see a lot of youth dropping out, giving birth to being single teen mothers. So those big challenges, I saw them as something big which is going to affect our country if we don't address it. Because our community leaders weren't addressing those issues. So I was like, what, because of these challenges, I won't look for jobs. I will look for people, for a common cause, we help these people. It's not a big, it's not something that is very easy along the way, but at least my heart is saying we are onto something.
Yes.
Yes, those really two challenges. Yes.
And Mr. Gray, what would you say makes Walk of Hope different from other organizations that are similar to you guys?
Yeah, actually, I would say that what the different organizations are doing, at times there are lots of things that are similar, but I love the approach that we have, that we look at this whole person. We have the bit of skills that I know we'll talk about later, but we're looking at the whole person, building up someone, the whole of this person, right from their mental health, because at times we focus on the skill and all that, but we forget about bringing this person together to make them feel they're important, to make them feel they can do it again. So as Walk of Hope Foundation, that is something that we are looking at that makes us unique, that we're also minding about yourself, getting back to it, getting hope once again. Then we shall get you to a skill that will improve and turn around your life.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing that. And what would you say are the key programs that you have at Walk of Hope?
Key programs, amongst the many, because as the Director has mentioned, we want to see a person totally change. So we have Go Back to School. This is where we see vulnerable children, especially in our operational areas, go back to school, have books, have the best education like a privileged person or a privileged kid has. We have another project which is the Skills Village. It's called Walk of Hope Skills Village. So we want to see different youth having a skill. There's a skill in digital market space, in computer skilling, people doing graphics, so that afterwards they go and create their own jobs. We have tailoring, doing fashion and design. We have cake and bakery, amongst the many. But we also have our social enterprise, whereby we do shoemaking.
Nice.
So
that's
shoemaking, because we are an organization which is not yet funded fully, so we look at some small social enterprises which can be helping us somehow. So we make craft shoes.
That's nice.
We go out, look for market, while also giving youth jobs.
Nice.
Yes.
Can you tell me more about the 1,000 Miles of Hope for Kosovo Ghetto Youth Marathon? What impact did that have in the community?
Can I answer that?
Yeah. Please, whoever is free.
I came with this encyclopedia.
Yeah.
1,000 Miles of Hope for Youth. We are trying to see how best can we fundraise so that we can bring out our skills village. We know we call it skills village, but it's a hub. It is a training ground whereby we can be able to have machinery. We can be able to have computers, tailoring machines, both manual and electronic, trying to see if we can be able to pay rent, try to also advertise. Okay. It is something we go out to pour out our hearts to make these youth, where our headquarters are in Kosovo Machinge.
Yes.
It is on a high crime rate, most especially in the youth. There's the issues of people, being con men. We call them call. Someone calls, what, really? I'm here, my things are at Bosia, that kind of con stuff. So at the end of the day, they be lacking nothing. They don't have anything in their head, they don't have a skill. So we wanted to make that big cause within the community. It is annual. We want always to go back to the community, show them that, you know what, we can also be people of value in this world, most especially to our community. That's why we came up with 1,000 miles of hope. So when you interact with those youth, they don't seem seeing their dreams. So we are telling them, no, your dreams can be near. Your dreams can be near.
Yes.
If we know we join each other, if we understand each other, we can come up to something, we can achieve our dreams. So that's why 1,000 miles of hope in Kosovo, much in the community.
Nice. Are there any other projects that you guys are part of or that you do that are like this marathon?
I think, yeah, we have other projects. If you're asking me about more especially youth,
Yes.
we have other projects. We have a project of music, dance, and drama.
Okay.
We call it Roots and Rhythm.
Okay.
You know, when you know how, when you know the problem, you try to know how can I, come and address this problem. Because we are dealing with youth. Youth are always more talented in different aspects.
Yes.
More especially in music, dance, and drama. So we try to come up with that project. It is basically for music, dance, and drama. We have a person who heads it. Is called Eddie Mazina. I think the last name tells it all.
Yeah.
So we want to bring them closer because of their talent. They come dance, and then we address some issues that, you know what, you are youth, you want to dance, but do not always be active in sex. So that's how we get them. There are very many projects. Even later we can also bring in some other projects.
Yes, please tell us, Mr. Gray, more about the project.
Well, we find sports, music, dance, and drama. Some of the things that are really so eye-catching, according to the community that we are serving in, that so many young people are not going to school and they don't even see the reason for it. So it is this other thing like music, video editing, and those are some of the things that they are really engaging in. And we've chosen to give them what can accommodate them. Yes, because passion is very, very important for them, to stick to something that they want to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what challenges would you guys say you face as an organization?
Let me bring up two.
Because
I think the Skktv has very many.
Okay.
Funding.
Funding.
We don't have a permanent funder or donors. It is a big challenge. We may be having very many dreams to achieve, but to get limited because of funding. But because we are believers, we hope in the Almighty God. We know because we are writing project proposals, we know one day we shall get permanent funders. We have another issue. It is where our headquarters are located. The landlord keeps on increasing rent. So we have projects now. We have a project coming up saying, you know what, we want to own our place. We want to own land in Kosovo. So according to me, those are the two things.
Yes.
Lack of funding, that is permanent funding, and having permanent place where we can be able to do all our activities in a free environment whereby we are not on pressure of, you know what, landlord is seeing a lot of youth. Landlord now is saying, my toilets. We have the landlord, today the husband comes, asks for rent. The next day we are seeing a daughter. The other day the wife is fighting for a divorce. So those are the challenges. But we're hopeful one time, because we are now making it 8 years, we shall make it.
Yes. Are there any challenges you want to share?
Coming from the project of the Skills Village, which has different programs, you realize that it requires a lot of resources. When you come to the computer literacy, it requires computers, there is tailoring, there is shoemaking, all that is material that is needed. So the challenge is resources. Funding, all these areas is something that we are praying for, that maybe one day we can be able to reach out to thousands of young people so that we can change the communities and the world at large.
Okay. And how can you be supported? What is the hope of you guys? Like, what kind of partnerships are you looking for?
We are open to partnerships as long as they go within our area of work. Okay. Because we have almost like 30 projects that we are open to. Okay. But the biggest is having our skills village, what we call Walk of Hope Green Skills Village. Okay. If we have partners who can come in, because we don't see it as a charity skills village. We see it as an enterprise, a social enterprise, because we want to be doing different things, whereby after doing them, teaching to the youth, we can be able to sell them. We end up sustaining ourselves. We also have a project whereby we attract interns and volunteers.
Okay.
So interns from abroad, interns within Uganda, people can come, join hands, and see where we can take this dream. We have a project also in Karamoja. You know, Karamoja is also part of Uganda. We've been going there. So this time around, we are writing a project proposal. It is already there, seeing how can we fully impact Karamoja, especially to our area of operation, Lupa. We want to also create a green village. You know, Karamoja is suffering from, or is facing for climate instability. So we want to see how can Walk of Hope transform Karamoja, especially in our area of Lupa. Very many projects. Later we can also add on some projects that we see how can we partner with them.
I'll talk about the Chua Mirembe. Chua Mirembe, this is where we have children, and we are making sure that they go to school, they're treated when they're sick, they have shelter, because some have been abandoned in the communities where we are serving. So we may have people that are willing to partner to support the children, for them to go to school, support them in their shelter. So some people can partner in the way of providing schools where they can attend.
Yes.
As Walk of Hope Foundation, we seek such partnerships that we have them, and maybe a school can be like, for us, we're linked to have about 5, and we'll have them in our school.
Yes.
And that would be so nice.
Okay, that's really good to know. What would be the long-term vision for Walk of Hope?
Long-term vision of Walk of Hope. It is, I still go back, our long-term vision is having a skills, Walk of Hope green skills village.
Okay.
We want to see a green skills village which can be a marketplace for our produce, which can be addressing climate change, which can be giving employment to almost 100 jobs to youth, which can be a place whereby we can have children sleep, get a better meal every day, good offices which can be transformative, having, how can I call it, because we believe in God. We want to be having a fellowship at that skills village. We want to see a full package within our skills village. That is where we see ourselves, having partners to come and do something tremendous in that village. It is not something that can be achieved in 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
It is something, because when you see the funding, oh my God, you can even see what are you talking about. But that is the big dream we see. We want to see a green skills village which can attract climate change, which can be creating jobs, which can be skilling almost 600 youth a year. So that is our long-term project we are seeing, or we envision as Walk of Hope Foundation Uganda.
Okay. Do you want to add on, Mr. Gray?
Yeah, well, there's a lot that we're really looking at, but in the future we hope that we transform Kosovo, Makindye, because what we see in the community, people don't have the safe drinking water. Some are getting water from the big trenches around. There's a lot of flooding. So we envision, because our vision is that all people living in our operating areas living a better life. So it has to do with sanitation, it has to do with getting safe cleaning water, better housing, the flooding to be dealt with, and that is through working with the trenches. So we envision all that in the future. Then young people, getting involved into great skills that will change their lives, have better families, because some of the challenges we are facing is having, children coming. Because the children are coming, because they've been born by young people that are not ready to have families. So, but when we reach out as Walk of Hope, we hope the young people will be engaged in good activities and they have better families, and we shall deal with lots of things in the community.
Okay. And where can people find more information about Walk of Hope? How can people connect, and how can they become volunteers? Because someone could see this interview and say, you know what, I can come and help with renovations, or I can come just help out at the foundation. Where can they find you?
Well, because of this day and modern age, we are on social media, all platforms, Walk of Hope Foundation Uganda, especially our website, www.walkofhopefoundationug.org. So we also have the telecom numbers, which you can reach out on 0782 90 41 52. Everywhere you go, Walk of Hope is there.
Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
YouTube, LinkedIn. Yeah. Of
Yes,
course, you
okay.
can just look out for us. The chats are there. And you know what? We instantly respond. We have a team which is on ground. Instantly respond.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you guys so much for your time. I hope that this will yield some fruits. And once again, I'm Hillary, and this is Skktv Uganda. Thank you for watching.
Skktv Uganda, memories for a lifetime.